So today we have the pleasure of talking to Roland Renshaw from Marketing and Technologies Group. Good morning, Roland.
Morning, Gary.
And today we're also in Midland Road Studios recording this in an amazing setting. So Roland, talk to me about who you are, what you do, and how long.
Okay, so my name's Roland Renshaw. I'm the CEO of the Marketing and Technologies Group. Within the group, we have a dedicated PR and marketing services company, which is called DMA Europa. Yep. We have a translation company called MTT. We have Midland Road Studios, which is where we are now, based in Worcester, in the Midlands. And we have a company called VX. And VX was started 10 years ago to put digital marketing tools online. And we started building virtual exhibition stands and build all sorts of virtual things now. So that's me, and that's where we are.
Fantastic. So it's quite a big group now.
It is now, yeah. So we're probably 100 people, a few million turnover. We do have some smaller offices in other countries, but most of the people here, the creative teams and the translation teams, the management teams, are all in one office or one building as such, which does help with communication.
Fantastic. So Roland, who is your best customer?
Who is our best customer? Every customer brings something different. It's very easy to say your best customer is the one who brings you the most revenue or the most profitability, and that's not always the same thing. But we really like customers who do that because it allows you to scale the business. We also really like customers who are smaller, who are flexible about their thinking and they're fast moving, they can make quick decisions. Particularly for a creative team, it's really stimulating to have somebody come in and say, what should we do next? And you can give them an idea and they'll run with it. So a little bit of both of those as a favourite customer.
Yeah, no, and I've had a walk around the studio today, and it's just the facilities are amazing.
Thank you.
It's absolutely fantastic. So were there challenges in the business that you'd considered that COVID-19 made necessary?
COVID was a really funny one for us because on one side of things, we made the same changes a lot of companies did. We had to work from home. Yeah. Fortunately, we've very, very high level of technical and IT competency within the business. So for us, that was just, guys, stay at home. And what's happened since that's become less of an issue is that people have realised that actually they like working from home some of the time. So we've got this great big office and everybody has a desk, but they don't have to be there all the time. So we run flexi time. That's something that we did during COVID, and it's something we won't stop doing because it's good, makes people happy, helps them work. The other side of the business is that we built a virtual exhibition and virtual event platform 10 years ago. And we've invested in it heavily. Some big global multinationals use it a lot. And we've run some really big exhibitions and things like that. We've built thousands of digital twin virtual exhibition stands. We were doing that before COVID, right, but we certainly didn't do as much of it before COVID as we do now. So COVID in a way made people understand that there are benefits to going online, and we're far more accepting of it. In a lot of cases, people were forced online. And I don't know whether you found the same. People got webinar fatigue. Oh my God, not another Teams call. Yeah. And now we can see each other for real, each other.
Yeah, we are here. We are here.
It is really us.
Definitely.
That's really good. So it's about having a hybrid environment, best of online, best of physical, and I think that's where we're going.
Yeah, look, I think the whole world transitioned to digital during that time, and a lot of people have stayed there. We've stayed there, and it's just a great space. So of all the actions that you took because of the pandemic, what are the ones that will remain part of the business, Roland?
The ones that we're really going to hold on to are the ones that kind of, in a way, proved we were right. Because a lot of what we did with digital platforms and virtual environments and things like that was pretty much ahead of the curve. Yeah. And we met a lot of resistance, particularly from traditional industries. exhibition industries, events industries, or just traditional sales. People wanted to see people face to face, hated the fact that they couldn't do it anymore, and resented online. The takeaway for us is that people had a good time with online, and you can get lots more people online. Absolutely. It's very sustainable. There are lots of good sides about it. So that's what we wanted before, and it's what we'll hold on to as a result.
And that's the VX that you're talking about there, the exhibitions and the conferences, right?
Yeah, very much. It started with a small exhibition stand. We had a customer. We built them a trade show stand. It cost them several tens of thousands sterling. And not very many people turned up. and they said to us, hey, you're the marketing company. You think of something to do with this. We spent a fortune on it. Our cost per lead is astronomical because I think they got about 30 leads out of it. Okay. So we rebuilt the stand in a warehouse, big studio. We lit it, and people came on, they took a product, they talked to camera and told you all about the product. We built it into a little online thing, and that became the first virtual exhibition. That was like 11 years ago now.
Wow, wow, wow. And you were talking to me about an exhibition conference earlier that you had a lady talking to 27, 30,000 people, right?
Yeah, I mean, that is the bookends of what's happened. That was the start. Last year, we did WBA Boots, who, for you guys in the UK, is obviously Boots the Chemist. Their CEO did a presentation to her audience, and traditionally, company conference, you talk to the management team, at most you talk to the C-suite. For a big business, they generally have a meeting, go to a nice hotel, possibly get drunk, possibly have hangovers, don't remember what happened the day before. And the reality is it's actually very difficult to disseminate company information throughout a very large workforce. What she did was she walked on stage and spoke to 27,000 people simultaneously. During the morning, they'd spoken to the management teams. The afternoon, they spoke to everybody. And that really is a good precedent. And we've done the same for Travis Perkins and many other businesses who are talking to multiple thousands of people simultaneously, and you know that's the hybrid bit that works.
Look, digital is here to stay, right?
We think so.
Absolutely. So, what does the future look like, and where do you see the opportunities for the future, Roland?
The future's an interesting one, and I don't know where you've found the same, but it's been a little bit like the Wild West for the last couple of years. So I think nobody's crystal balls have been working.
But it's all new. It's all new.
Yeah, and we've had to adapt to a lot of change. So I think the only thing I can say safely about the future is it's going to carry on changing quickly, but I think the future is actually going to be a really good mix of face-to-face when it works, probably smaller gatherings, more regional, and actually using digital tools. And this is the marketing, events and meetings industry as such. Obviously shopping's already done it. The film industry has already done it. We're slightly different, but same in the way, in that where I think we're going is right sizing. Right. Something that's convenient and local, you will go to. It has a lot of value. You know, we're human beings. We like to see each other, and I think that's really important. And I think the other side of it is that what digital gives you is audience and scope. It means that from an accessibility point of view, if I can't make it on the day, or I don't want to make it on the day, or it's miles and the cost of fuel's terrible or travel's terrible, then I can still get there. I can still do it online. And I really believe that accessibility and that sustainability, as well as big audience, is where we're going. That's the future.
It's almost ultimate leverage. Is get as many people in the room, but actually you can have just as many, if not more.
Exactly that. It's a really hackneyed old phrase, but it's the best of both worlds. It's let's take the best of physical, which we really need, and we've really missed. We've missed it.
Absolutely.
But let's take the best of what's out there. Let's embrace technology and really come up with a solution.
Fantastic. And you feel what it feels like to me, Roland. You're right at the front edge of technology.
In many senses, yes. We're stood in a brand new digital studio. It's actually very energy efficient. We're in a large building that's mainly run by solar power.
Perfect.
They're LED lights. It's the latest technology in the wall. We can broadcast live and do all sorts of 3D environments and interactive stuff that a few years ago was kind of Hollywood. And now we're doing it in Worcester, in the West Midlands.
Oh, that's just fantastic. So, what's been the biggest learning since you've become Roland, the business owner?
My biggest learning. People are very contrary. You can only ever sell something to somebody who actually wants it. Yeah. And you should really make sure that everything you do from a business point of view is a viable proposition from day one. Yeah. And that's so important because a lot of what we do is in the early adopter phase of what you'd think about as a kind of bell curve of adoption. So anyone who's not familiar with that is any new technology meets a lot of resistance, and you have individuals who kind of champion it to begin with and go, I used email for the first time 10 years ago. Oh, that won't catch on. And then you get a big wave. So we're very much at that early adopter phase, and that can be difficult. But it's where you want to be if you want volume business later on. So
brilliant, and I see that everywhere I walk around the studio. I absolutely see that. It's absolutely fantastic. So Roland, do you have any offers or latest news, good news stories that you'd like to include in the newsletter?
Do I have an offer for the audience? Yes, I do. And it's very much the campaign that we're on at the moment, which is called Digital Twin, and it's born out of all of the learning that we've had from providing digital tools and digital environments online for the last few years, and kind of what we need now. So we're going back to physical, and that might be a physical showroom, it might be a physical event, it might be an exhibition stand. We can produce a really good interactive digital version of that that comes with a VX platform, lots of lovely tools and stats in it. We can do it very cheaply, cost effectively. It's a better phrase, isn't it?
Word, yes.
I should know by now, shouldn't I? And that we're offering to everybody. So it's a very low entry point. Okay. And it means that it doesn't matter if you've booked a 6x3 stand or you've booked Wembley Stadium, regardless, we can reproduce the entire thing in a photorealistic digital way and make it interactive for a much bigger audience.
Wow. So
Digital Twin is pretty much open to everybody in every industry sector. Give us a ring and we'll walk you through it.
I definitely will be taking you up on that, Roland. Okay. Definitely be taking you up on that. So what's the most inspiring thing for you today, Roland?
Oh, what inspires me today? And without being corny, this is absolutely genuine. The younger members of our team and my kids and the younger generation of people absolutely understands sustainability. Yeah. It's not something that they learnt, it's not something that's a theory, it's reality. We have to do this or there won't be any future. And I've talked about this for a long time. It's part of the reason why we do the business we do. We have a sustainability park online. We've been pushing this for a long time. And I genuinely am really inspired by people who approach us and say, how do I make this sustainable? I really want this to work, and it's now a priority. Wow. And that's really inspiring because I think it's the future. It really is, genuinely.
I absolutely 100% agree with you, Roland, and the future is the younger generation. They're coming into the world and inspiring all of us, actually, on what we need to be looking at and how we need to be doing this. Roland, it's just been fantastic. I've had a great day today walking around Midland Road Studio as well. Thank you for your time, Roland. It's been amazing. And just want to say, Roland Renshaw, what a great guy. Get in touch. Thanks very much, Roland.
Thank you, Gary. Thanks for the interview. Thanks for your time. And yeah, if anybody's interested, anything we've talked about, you're more than welcome to give us a call, drop us a line.
Thank you, guys.